Hi everyone, welcome and thank you for stopping by to do my short brief class today. We have a short flow and then we'll be focusing on both back strength and core strength as well. Enjoy. So we're going to start in a seated position today. Tip yourself over, use a block, use straps, use anything you need to make yourself comfortable throughout the flow. Let us start by really lengthening our spine and trying to create a sense of body awareness. I'm sitting as tall as I can, broadening my chest, letting my shoulders drop down, hands possibly palms up in a sense of receiving energy. At the same time, create a sense of stability. So receive energy and ground it into a nice stable body. Close your eyes and take 3 centering breaths. Inhale, feel the journey of the air as it runs down the nose, the back of the throat, swirls around deep inside your lungs, and exhale with a little bit of effort. That means you use your abdominal muscles like a piston to push the air back out. Inhale, create a sense of expansion, length, openness. Exhale, draw in your core and force the air out without aggression, but definitely with intention. Do that one more time. It's nice to commence our yoga practice with a sense of where are you in space. Exhale fully. Take your hands to the floor beside you. As you inhale, grow your spine. As you exhale, just start to reach yourself and crawl across to the right. Lift your left arm in there as you breathe in. And exhale, gentle little sideways bend. So the bottom hand is there for stability, the top hand is there for some length. You can look down, forward or up. Breathe in, feel that beautiful side body stretch. Exhale fully, using your core to drive the air out. Inhale, bring yourself back up. And exhale, tall, strong spine, anchored through both sit bones. Gently now start to crawl yourself across toward the left. As you exhale, really be anchored, and as you inhale, up comes the right arm and draw it across. And you can stay on the fingertips, you can drop to the palm, maybe you go further and let the elbow come down. It's fine wherever you feel that natural edge. So you're playing at the edge, not the edge of force, but just playing at that edge of sensation. Growth always occurs when you play around the edges, not falling off though. Take a breath in as you lift, and exhale, bring your hands back down. Just a little warming up twist. So right hand in front, left hand behind. Grow your spine right in the center, like your arms are like tent pegs. Drive them into the earth as you lift, as you breathe in. Belly is strong. Exhale, rotate the ribs, rotate the shoulders, rotate the neck. Take a breath in. A little bit more twist as you exhale, and on your inhale, revolve back through the center like a spiral in the middle of your body. Reverse the hands so you drive them down. You push down through your fingers to lift up through the spine. As you inhale, you grow tall, and as you exhale, gently rotate. It's the ribs that rotate, the neck that rotates, the belly muscles stay strong. Breath in, lift. Exhale, rotate. On your next breath, just gently revolve, spin, twist back into the center. Come to all fours. Spin yourself over. Place your knees on the floor, nice and anchored and strong. Spread your hands out wide, grip with your fingertips. Lift your spine, tuck your tail, roll through your back just for one little cat curl, just to feel the movement. As you inhale, lift the tailbone. Start to roll through the spine, and as you drop the back and the ribs down, keep the belly pulled inside your body. Tuck your toes under on the next inhale, dog pose as you exhale. So either have your feet and your hands into a long dog, so explore long dog, or feel free to have your hands and your feet a little closer. So you're exploring what happens to your body as you shift the difference and the distance between hands and feet. Belly is on, tailbone lifts, gently let your head drop. Take a big breath in. Exhale and just feel that beautiful sensation pressing
to the calves or the hamstrings. Maybe you fill it up the entire spine. On your next breath, look to your hands and walk your feet all the way up to your hands, taking as many steps as you need. Feet are hip width apart. Bend the knees comfortably until your fingers can touch the ground. It's a halfway lift, so we draw the shoulders back, elongate your chest through as you kind of get that big, beautiful breath. Fold at the hip creases, soften the upper back, let the neck dangle as you exhale. Take a breath in, feel the skin of your body. Exhale. Take a breath in, feel the muscles of your body. Exhale. Take a breath in and feel the deep core bone system of your body. Exhale, and try and integrate that as you walk your feet together. Skin, muscle and bone all involved. Bend the knees a long way. Do a little halfway lift. So this is a nice long back. Lengthen and grow your spine open. Exhale, fold forward. Knees can be bent. Come to standing. Drop your tailbone, lift your head, lift your arms, stand really tall. Grab a hold of your palms at the top there. Inhale, lift. Little standing half moon. So there's a few variations of half moon, yeah? So this is a standing one. Breathe in through the middle. Pull in through your core. Be very tall and gently tilt to the other side as you exhale. 2 more. Inhale through the middle. Exhale. So as you lean to the right, press the outside edge of your left foot down. Inhale through the middle. As you lean to the left, put the outside edge of your right foot down. 1 more. Inhale through the middle. And exhale. And in a class like this, feel free to do more or less repetitions. So I'm just your guide. So I'm here to help guide you from place to place, but not prescribe the timing. Of course, that works for your body. Open your arms, look up as you inhale. Exhale, wrap the hands behind the back. First little back bend, so either fists together, shoulders back and down, and start to create a sense of your upper back opening. If you'd like to place your hands on your tailbone and pull the elbows together, now arch back a little bit. The core is on, we're not falling. We're lifting up and back. Take a breath. Exhale, stand tall. Tadasana, good spine, good neck. Strong legs. So drive down to the center of the heel, little toe and big toe, like you're making a tripod sense of awareness. Feel that you're drawing socks or stockings up over the ankles and the calves through a soft knee with strong quads. And let your spine, like a flower, extend out of the base of your pelvis. Arms are reaching to the floor as the crown of the head lifts. So this is our Tadasana. Take a breath in, lift your arms up, maybe back bend, fold to the floor as you exhale. Halfway lift on your in-breath, right leg steps back as you exhale. Drop the knee to the floor, sweep your arms up as you breathe in, maybe go back. Exhale, take your palms down. Lift up that back knee as you breathe in. Dog pose on your exhale. High push-up, low push-up or the floor. So up dog or cobra, whichever you want. So cobra is an easier extension, but still requires strength on the in-breath. Press up off knees or toes, back into your dog pose. Take 3 long, steady breaths. Notice the strength that you can generate by being really strongly engaged in the 4 points of contact on the ground. So be aware, hand, foot, anchored and strong. Take 1 more breath in. Nice long exhale out. Take your left leg in there as you breathe in. Lift it up as high as you can. Step it all the way through as you exhale to a really long lunge. Inhale, look forward and make that back hip flexor work. Back leg steps to the front of your mat as you exhale and fold. Halfway lift. Bend the knees if you wish to. Claw the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, fold. Come to standing, so long straight spine. Lead with your head. Feel the muscles on the back of the neck and through the ribs lift you up. Maybe back bend a little bit. Exhale, hands behind your back again. Second standing back bend. So drive the fists, engage your core, start to arch back. You have the option of hands on your tail, or maybe you want to walk your hands down your upper thighs a little bit. So the chin is gently tucked and the belly is strong. Take a breath in. As you exhale, come to Tadasana. Fingers extending down, crown of the head reaching up. Reach up as you inhale, so lift. Maybe there's a back bend. Fold forward, bend your knees as you exhale, tuck your chin. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Step the left leg all the way back as you exhale and drop the back knee. Shoot the arms up, go back if you wish to. Exhale, plant the hands on the ground. Lift the back knee as you breathe in. Dog pose as you breathe out. High push-up. So zip the front line of your core, low push-up or the floor. Lift through the belly. Pull yourself through if you're coming to up dog and squeeze your legs for strength. Use your core, then fold at the hip creases as you exhale. Press back into dog pose. Take a breath in. Feel the 4 points of the body contact the floor and draw the energy up through the fingers and the arms. Draw the energy up through the legs. Soften your knees, there's no need to push your knees out into a lot. Keep them soft so you've always got strength. When you're ready, lift the right leg super high in the air as you breathe in. Look to your hands and step the foot right through. Take a nice long inhale, be that lunge. Step back foot to the front of the mat as you exhale. Halfway lift, knees can be bent or maybe a little straighter as you warm up. Exhale, fold to the floor. Chair pose this time. Bend the knees deeply. Reach your arms as high as they want to go. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Do not let me race you. Right leg steps all the way back. Keep the back knee off the floor. Sweep up into a crescent lunge. Wide to warrior two. So just pivot the back heel. Keep the front knee open. Keep the core lifted. Shoulders are down. Your gaze is to the front middle finger. Straighten up as you breathe in. Lift your arms. Exhale, bend that front knee. Stay low. Drop your back arm. Lift your front arm as you inhale. Side angle, so elbow to thigh, hand to ankle. Journey that top arm over the head as you breathe in. Bend your front a little bit more as you exhale. Reverse back, so lift up, stretch your fingers, spin your hands on either side of your foot as you exhale. Take a breath in, look forward. Low push-up or the floor as you exhale. So knees can be down, carry yourself down, cobra or up dog. So you pull your chest through, you engage your upper back, dog pose with strength. Breath in, alignment, exhale fully. Breath in, so feel the ribs expand, watch the journey of the air. Exhale fully. Do one more breath. Exhale fully. Take your left leg super high in the air as you breathe in. Step it all the way up as you exhale. Now this time, bring your hands to the inside of your front foot and spin yourself around until the back heel is lifted and you're in a lateral lunge. So lift and open through your core as you breathe in. As you exhale, sink down into that front heel. Just a couple of breaths. You can be really low or you can be up really high. That's your choice. Take a breath in and press yourself to a wide leg straddle. Fingers on the ground. Arrange your feet so you're stable and strong. Inhale, lengthen your front body. Maybe take the gaze just out in front of the fingers or forward. Exhale, bend your elbows and fold. Either stay here, relaxing into the breath, or possibly keep the movement and the breath happening so you find the flow. You inhale, pull yourself forward. Exhale, gently press yourself back. Inhale, pull yourself forward. Exhale, gently press yourself back. Do that one more time with the breath in. Wherever you are, spin back around to the front of the mat and step your back leg up, forward bend, feet hip width apart. Uttanasana, so arms can either be crossed at the elbows, Padahastasana with your hands coming under your feet. What position makes you feel good and steady and stable? Relax the neck. So feel the weight of the head like you're throwing an anchor off the side of a boat, and that head just drops. Each of the bones in the back of the neck become further apart. The weight of your head pulls and tugs on the chain of bones that are in your neck, relaxing and releasing the tension. Exhale, release. Take your hands out from underneath. As you inhale, walk your feet in and halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Chair pose, bend the knees. Sweep your arms up, be strong. Exhale, fold to the floor. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Step the left leg all the way back as you exhale. Keep the back knee off the floor. Lift yourself all the way up into a great big beautiful lunge, and as you exhale, open to your warrior. So make a moment, make a breath to set, to be steady and to be strong. As you inhale, straighten your front leg, lift your arm. As you exhale, sink and hold yourself low. Back arm drops, front arm sweeps up and back with a beautiful long inhale. Side angle, so either elbow to thigh, hand to ankle, and reach. Be steady, be strong. So you're engaging energy from the floor. So really feel your feet, and feel the whole surface of the foot press into the floor. At the same time, a sense of relaxation happening to your toes. So bend into your front knee without losing the connection of the straight, strong back leg. Exhale fully. On your inhale, revolve yourself back, up and over. Exhale, place your hands on the ground. Step back into your dog pose or high to low push-up. So feel free to stay in a dog pose or come forward to a high push-up. Exhale to low push-up. There's no need to go lower than 90. Inhale, come through into up dog. You don't even actually have to go to 90. So protect your shoulders. Exhale into your dog pose. Take your right leg in there as you breathe in. Step it all the way through your hands as you breathe out. Bring both hands to the inside. You're going to spin yourself around and start to come into that beautiful lateral lunge. So there's a few variations. You can spin the back heel and let the toes lift. You can keep the foot down. You can let the front foot come in just a little bit as well. But the key thing is that the knee stays in line with the toes. But there's not necessary prescription of the exact alignment for your body. Sometimes if you spin the foot and you let the toes come off, the knee goes into hyperextension. You might be more steady. Take a breath in. Exhale, press yourself into a wide leg straddle. Different on this side. So soften your knees. Take your right hand to the floor. Lift your left arm in there as you breathe in. Exhale, fingers down. Change sides. Lift your right arm. Push down to your left arm as you inhale. Exhale and release. Good. As you breathe in, shimmy everything around to the front. And as you exhale, pick up your left leg to the front of the mat. You're in a forward bend. Fold the elbows. Drop the head. Let everything soften. So our breathing is smooth. Our breathing is calm. You keep coming back. How is my breath feeling? How controlled is the breath? So you go on a journey of physical awareness and of breath awareness, and that's where you generate a safe practice. Release your hands to the floor as you exhale. Walk your feet together. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Bend your knees. Lift your arms. From your chair pose, just bring your hands this time onto your hips. So you want to have the toes facing forward. You can let your knees go forward of your toes if you wish to. Lift and lengthen through your spine. So you've got this big, long spine. Now take your right leg in there as you breathe in and just feel that balance. You're going to journey yourself into a warrior 3, aeroplane balance, just for a transition. Spin the palms back. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, step back and reverse that heel to a warrior 1. Reach your arms up. You're in a big, beautiful warrior 1. And then as you exhale, bend into that front knee. So anchor the back leg, square that hip around, pull in through the core, drive down through the heel. Now hold on to your right wrist if you wish to. Breathe in and lift. And it's like that little half moon you did at the very beginning of the class. Now you're doing it from your warrior one. If you get any stress in your back, just stay upright. Inhale as you lift. Open to warrior two. So you might want to shuffle your feet. There's so many variations, heel to heel or heel wider. That you find the position that makes you feel really, really steady. Once again, go up and back, and this time hold it. If you'd like to wrap your right hand behind your body, you might find you can bind onto your front thigh. Maybe you bend that knee a little bit more if it works for you. Lift up, drop the right shoulder, and just gently press yourself back as you breathe. So all these beautiful binding movements, so useful for the shoulders, so useful for the side body. As you exhale, gently release. Open your arms as you inhale. Exhale, windmill your hands to the floor and stay. Shimmy your left foot across to your right finger, your right thumb, and deposit gently yourself down into any variation of pigeon. This is where blocks can be useful to put under your hip. You can have the heel in close. You can bring the heel further forward. It's entirely your choice. Square your hips as you breathe in. Walk your hands forward and settle on your forearms, or walk even further forward and settle all the way down. Wherever you choose to be, come back to the sensation. Where do you feel it? So we're looking for a stretch sensation in the left glute without feeling any stress in the lower back, no stress in the back knee, no stress in the front knee. One more breath in. And exhale. Inhale, lift yourself onto your hands, push back into your dog pose. So we're going to do a little bit of core as well. So come to a high push-up and hold your high push-up. So you want to have your little tiny curve in your lower back. So we're not trying to tuck the tailbone under. I have a little microphone, so it might make my back look a little straighter. But we're looking for a tiny little dip down. And at the same time, we're trying not to collapse. See, I'm collapsing my shoulder. So you want to push through the floor, draw the shoulders away. So you've got this really strong, long front body. And then you breathe. You can walk your feet together if you wish to. If you'd like to just point your toes, you've got a 3-point plank. You keep the core locked and strong. Change feet if you are, but there's no movement of the tail, no movement of the lower back. And then gently release. Take an inhale, lift the hips, push back to dog pose. As you exhale, lengthen your spine, drop the head a little bit, stretch your ankles. Big long inhale. Bend your knees as you exhale and either walk your feet up or maybe take a little jump, whichever works for your body. Bring your hands forward, so your feet forward again. Halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Chair pose, bend your knees, sweep your arms. Exhale to your chair. Take your left knee in there as you breathe in. And tip yourself back into that warrior three. So let the hands come back beside you, palms face the floor, just as a transition. Breath in, bend your standing leg, back heel spins flat to warrior one. Anchor your hips, reach your arms up. So be strong. So you're bending into that front knee, anchoring out through the back leg, trying to keep the pelvis, the torso, the armpits, the head facing forward. And then if you wish to, you can grab a hold and tip yourself ever so slightly to the right. So you're getting a little sideways stretch without any compression. So you lift the arm up, gently press it across, being steady and strong and stable. On your inhale, lift open to warrior two. This is where you might need to make your feet a little bit more steady and stable. So your shoulders are open, your arms are horizontal, back leg is anchored, front knee is wide. Drop your back arm, lift, take a breath and stay. And then if you'd like to wrap your left arm behind your back and grab onto your front thigh, or just have your fingers holding onto a shirt, you can look down, you can look up, and you get that beautiful side body stretch. So pull the arm up and across, bend into your front knee. Be steady, be stable. Take a big breath. As you exhale, release. Breath in. Exhale, release your hands to the front, lift up that back heel. Now walk your front foot across, shimmy yourself into your pigeon pose on the other side. Grow your spine, either stay there, grab a block and place it under your hip if you wish to, crawl your way forward if you wish to, drop your elbows if you wish to, crawl your hands forward, and take a nice deep breath. So now the sensation you're looking for is in your front glute. You might like to keep the front toes flexed a little bit, just so there's a sense of being steady and stable. So rather than just collapsing and dropping, got a little bit of muscular engagement at the same time. Exhale, you relax the hip, but you keep a sense of strength and stability. Walk your hands in, lift up as you breathe in, and press back into dog pose as you exhale. Come forward to that high push-up again. Lift and draw through the core. Bring your feet together. Tip both heels to the right. Lean on your right arm and draw your left arm up. So you make this big, beautiful side plank. You can modify by putting your bottom knee on the ground. We're not here for long. Just hold for 3. Keep the soft elbow of the floor. For 2, keep that bottom shoulder away from the ear. For 1, take a breath in. High plank again, so spread your fingers wide, pull in through your core, broaden your upper back. Tip your heels to the left, strong through your left arm, reach your right arm up, so you're stacking hip on hip, ankle on ankle. Floor elbow is not locking, you've got this softening in it. Shoulders away, ear is lifted for 3. For 2, 1 breath in, high push up, low push up, and lie down. Turn your head to one side, take a nice deep breath in, and relax. We're going to work our way into back strength and stability. Maybe wiggle yourself onto the mats in the center. I'm going to move back just a little bit from my mat. Lie yourself down so that you've got your feet together. They're planted on the floor. Elongate your spine, lift the head off the floor. So you're looking down. So if something was to touch the ground, it would be your nose. So if your chin touches, you've crunched your neck. And if your forehead touches, you've collapsed it. So you lengthen the back of the neck and you lengthen the front of the neck until the chin is the vertical point that pulls away from the floor. Keep yourself in that position, engage your core. That means you pull the belly inside the body and lift your pelvic floor muscles. Walk your fingers down beside your body, palms face down. So you're setting yourself up for some variations of back extension. But what we're trying to work here is the core and the upper back to start with. You can have your glutes on if you wish, or you can actually relax them and work just a little isolation through the upper back. Reach the fingers to your feet, float your arms in the air, and think about where the arm bone connects into the shoulder. Lift the top of the arm bone up. The top of the arm bone lifts, and like you're turning a round door handle, open the chest by rotating the top of the arm bone as it sits right in the shoulder. Belly is on, you're breathing. So as you hold this position, you're trying to keep length through the spine and lots of strength. So really visualize muscles crawling up your back, crawling up the rib cage from the bottom rib bone up through the middle ribs, and then feel the muscles on the back of the neck holding your head. And it's okay to feel work. So the neck will respond to strength training. You can either hold this for a couple more breaths, or you can make movements as you inhale or exhale. It's your choice of breath. You can float your body a little higher, inhale or exhale lower. Classically, you would inhale to create space in the body and work into extension, but the exhale will make your core engage more. That's why you have the choice. Gently release yourself back down. Second variation with our arms will be in a big capital E position. Once again, the shoulders pull away from the ears. And this time, I'd like you to bend your knees. So you're going to bend your knees, have your heels touching, push your heels together so the knees are at least to 90 degrees. Take the thighs wide and press your heels. So now your glutes will be part of the action. So press your heels, feel the glutes engage, lift your core. The head stays lifted and the first couple of ribs are away from the floor, but then just hold yourself like that. So start to notice the energy required to keep your shoulders away from your ears, the energy required to pull in the belly, the energy required to squeeze your heels together. Then be as light as you can to your arms and float your elbows in the air. So now working the posterior chain and the back of the shoulder for posture. So feel free to lift the elbows a little higher as you inhale and exhale, and then lower the elbows to the floor. So just try 5. And if you can, if you're doing this well, you're going to feel all the muscles on the upper back and the side ribs holding and stabilizing. But we're not trying to get too much sensation in the lower back. The lower back is relatively still. When you're working in your own time, maybe you've got time for one more. Maybe you've gone so fast, you've done your 5 already. And then exhale, release. Press the legs back out again. Third variation. You're going to take your arms forward, so thumbs will face the ceiling. Roll that arm bone open, so corkscrew it open, so the palms face inward. Lengthen the legs away, and the legs are not together, have them a little bit wide. For this one, I'd like you to lift the core and squeeze your glutes. So make the glutes be strong and anchored, yes? So the whole back body works. Lift your right leg without sitting on your belly. You can flex the foot or point the toe. Flexing sometimes is easier for core. Float the left arm in the air. Take a breath in and exhale. Replace it down. Other side, so squeeze the other glute, either point or flex that leg and bring the arm up and just hold for breath and then release. And if you'd like to alternate, so you feel that diagonal sense of strength from the back leg to the front thumb, and as you lift the arm, you're trying to keep the head still. So can you lift the arm as high as the ear without twisting or rotating the torso? So both armpits pretty well stay the same distance from the floor, and both hip bones are not moving either. So there's no rocking, and the lower back stays absolutely still. So you're working your way into the full strength of your back body. Just a couple more like this, keeping the breath flowing and feeling the strength that's required just to hold your head off the floor. Do one more. Notice if you relax through your belly, keep it lifted. When you've done both sides, balanced, release. Bring your thumbs in under your body, press up, back into pose of the child, just to get a beautiful sense of length through the spine. How do you feel? Take a deep breath in, so focus on back and a focus on core. So we're going to bring ourselves onto our back right now. Sit yourself up, roll yourself over. Take microphone out of the way so that I can lie down on my back. So come down onto your back body and front body. So this is where if you've got a band can be really useful to push out. So we do some bridging for our glutes, which is part of your back body. So press through your feet, squeeze your glutes and lift your hips. When you lift the hips, they're square. And rather than just coming up 3/4, just find a spot where you really have to drive them up. Squeeze the glutes in strongly. Lower down, so steady and balanced across the pelvis. Squeeze the glutes, drive up. No pressure in the neck. Trying not to let the knees fall out. And that's your first variation. If that's easy for you, walk your feet together. Take your right leg in the air and press straight up. Once again, keeping the hips level. Lower back down without resting. Press yourself up. So the knee that's in the air, I've got it bent at the hip, 90, bent at the knee, 90. And you're really trying not to rotate through the chest or rotate through the pelvis. Maybe do 10, maybe do 8, maybe do 15. I'm going fairly slowly, and the reason I'm doing that is that when I get to the top, there's a tendency to drop back. So when you get to the top, add that extra squeeze and press yourself all the way up. So lift up, feel the work in that glute. If you're getting too much in the hamstring, maybe press the foot slightly forward to engage your quad a little bit. If you're feeling it through the front thigh or your quad, pull the heel into your tailbone as you lift so that you get a sense of working the area that makes you feel the strongest. Last one, ease yourself back down. Good, if you're doing 2 legs, take a breather. If you're doing 1 leg, take a breather and think about your option for the second time. So press yourself back up again. You're going to have the other leg in there if it's a single one, and then lower yourself down, drive yourself up. So what you'll find with a single leg bridge is it's pretty easy just to do the low range, yeah? But the challenge and the work happens as you press it through the top. And the ribs, the challenge is to press the hip up without letting your ribs, this is called really popping, so we're trying to keep the ribs down at the same time. Once again, work at your speed, do whatever feels the best for your body. Press down through the floor foot, squeeze the glute as you lift. Be aware of the hamstring again. So we don't want to make the hamstring work too hard in this position. It's hip extension. So our prime mover, the biggest muscle that should be working is the glute. So if you've got really weak hamstrings, and a lot of yogis have weak hamstrings because dog pose and all the stretching we do of our hammies and forward bends, and it's very common for yogis to get some niggles in the hamstrings, so they definitely need to be strengthened. But this particular position is for glutes. So if you feel that you're balanced from one side to the other, when you're ready, slide yourself back down. Bring both knees into your chest and give yourself a little hug. And then gently place the feet back on the ground. Have a little natural hollow under your back. So you can see I've created this little hollow, and then sink the abs into the body without flattening your back, yeah? So sink the abs in, pull your pelvic floor, be super strong. Take your right leg in the air without changing anything that's going on through the middle of your body. So it's very flat and steady. If this is a challenge, stay here for 3 breaths and change legs. If this is easy, watch my belly. It does not move as I lift the other leg up. Stay in this position with that flat belly, little baby arch under your spine for breaths. If you're alternating, maybe you want to change sides. And if you're up here and you're steady, you can start to gently press your legs away. Now, a lot of people do this with super speed and super lack of alignment. So you notice that as I'm doing this, I'm doing it very steady. And there's nothing happening to the center of the body. So this is stability. So as you take one leg away, you're creating a longer lever, and that longer lever is going to want to pull the pelvis and arch your back. As you bring the knee in, shorter lever, and you want to flatten your back. Yes, so watch for that. And if you've changed legs, do your second set with one leg in the air for 3 breaths. If you get any clicking or clunking, not the best thing. So shorten the range. If you've changed legs and you're doing 3 breaths on the second side, so those of you who are doing singles, it should be just about through. Remember, when the belly starts to dome, this is doming, you know you've lost control. Take one leg down, take the other leg down. Take your feet together, knees out wide. Let yourself drop into your little butterfly. Close your eyes. Big breath in. So we're going to finish with one last gentle stretch with a twist, and hopefully you'll be set and ready to have the wonderful rest of your day. Knees to your chest, last little twist. Left leg is straight, right leg bends. Tip yourself up and over onto your left side body. Take the right thigh bone across. You can make a little capital E, cactus-like arm with your right arm. You can stretch it out. You can stretch it up. It's your choice. And just take a couple of breaths there. So you don't want to relax and release the tension that you've created through the body, but we still want to keep a little memory of stability and strength. So the core work and the back work, believe it or not, makes it so much easier to do the standing, especially chair pose, which is really hard to make the back long and strong. So the back extension works. Exercises will really help your chair. Come to the center. So you're going to bend your left knee, stretch your right leg out, tip yourself up and over onto your side. Take the left knee across. Cactus your arm if you wish to. Work the knee to the floor. It doesn't have to touch down. Wherever your eye gaze wants to go. And take a couple of breaths. So you've got your last Shavasana coming up. And I'll finish your Shavasana with little tiny chimes. So if you can give yourself 2 minutes in Shavasana, just know that the chimes will bring you out. So slide yourself back onto your back. And Shavasana is a relaxation pose. So you let your legs gently turn out. Try and get balance through the pelvis. If you get any lower back ache in this one, you can always take a block or something underneath your thighs. Open across the chest and palms face up. You let your fingers relax, close your eyes. Let your body soften and stay there just for a couple of minutes. I'm confident that you know I'll come back with some chimes. So feel free to let the breath slide in, fill the body up, and breathe out. Now is a good opportunity to take your awareness around the musculoskeletal system of your body. Observe your toes, right and left, your ankles, right and left. And let them soften. So the exhale is where you'll soften. Take your awareness to your right and left knee. Exhale, let it soften. Feel the front body. So when you breathe in, there should be a sense of softness in your belly. It rises to let the air fill. And exhale, you feel your belly drop back as the air just slides back out. Be open across your chest and your collarbones. The top of the shoulders drop back into the mat. Each arm is long and soft. If you're relaxed, you'll notice that your fingers have curled ever so slightly. Relaxation is not an on-off switch. It's like a dimmer switch, and each time you breathe out, you can create just a little bit more release. Relax the back of the neck, the back of the shoulders, the whole back of the body, the glutes. And let your body settle into the floor. There's no need to engage any muscle. Soften the face, the jaw, the eyelids. 3 more breaths. Just let the sound of the chimes energize your whole body. Take a deep breath in, and when you're ready, roll onto your side. Thank you for watching. Feel free to contact me. My name was Claire. Enjoy your day. Namaste.